Journalists, welcome back. Let's start with our warm-ups. Let's stretch to the side. Out of the way. And roll your shoulder backwards. And forwards. And head to first side. Head second side. And normal. Breathing in for 4 and then out for 4. By beat 5, let's be completely out of air. Here we go. Breathing in. Out. Are you completely out? If you were, great job. If not, work on being out by this next one. We have 4 beats to breathe in and 8 beats to be completely out. So by beat 9, we need to be done. Here we go. Breathing in. Good job. If you made that, great. Let's see. 4 beats in, 16 beats out. See if you can do it. Here we go. Ready, breathe. Did you make it? Great job. All right, so let's warm up our voice a little bit now. I have my duck, and he loves to fly. So when he goes up, woo, your voice goes up. If he goes down, woo, go side, woo, woo, woo. Maybe I want to do that. If he is spinning, woo, 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 woo. See if you can make your voice sound like it's spinning. Here we go. Woo, 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 woo. And let's see. Let's try that one more time. Excellent job. All right, let's do our ear. We warmed up our voices. Let's warm up our ears and hand signs. Here we go. So, mi, do, mi, re, do, la, do, mi, re, do, la, do, mi, la, so, mi, re, do, la, so, mi, re, do, so, do, do, mi, so, mi, so, do, mi, do, re, do, mi, do, la, do. Excellent job. Let's move to the next part of our lesson.
My hand on my head, what have I here? This is my top-notcher, my mama dear. Top-notcher, nicky-nacky-noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom, boom. A hand on my brow, what have I here? This is my sweat boxer, my mama dear. Sweat boxer, top-notcher, nicky-nacky-noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom, boom. A hand on my eye. What have I here? This is my eye blinker, my mama dear. Eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my nose. What have I here? This is my smell sniffer, my mama dear. Smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my mustache. What have we here? This is my soup strainer, my mama dear. Soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my mouth. What have I here? This is my food grinder, my mama dear. Food grinder, soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my chin. What have I here? This is my chin chopper, my mama dear. Chin chopper, food grinder, soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my chest. What have I here? This is my air blower, my mama dear. Air blower, chin chopper, food grinder, soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my stomach. What have we here? This is my bread basket, my mama dear. Bread basket, air blower, chin chopper, food grinder, soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom, my hand on my foot. What have I here? This is my foot stomper, my mama dear. Foot stomper, bread basket, hair blower, chin chopper, food grinder, soup strainer, smell sniffer, eye blinker, sweat boxer, top notcher, nicky nacky noo. That's what I learned in my school. Boom boom.
Great job following along and hopefully singing along and moving along as we did our final warm-up. Great. Well, I hope you really enjoyed today's lesson. Thanks for joining in.
All right, so boys and girls, we have a song here. We have not learned this song yet. We're going to learn it today. And we're going to learn it by reading the solfege and by reading the rhythms. So on here we have our tas, our toddies, and our quarter rest. So here we go. 1, let's clap and say those. Remember, I'm showing on my shoulder so you can see, and I can still work the computer, but you're going to clap and you're going to say. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, toddy. Well, got to get it working here. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and go. Ta, toddy, ta, toddy, 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 ta. Toddy, 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 ta, toddy, 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 toddy. How did you do? Do it one more time for me. Make sure that you don't put anything on this rest here. So there's no sound on a rest. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Ta, toddy, ta, toddy, 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 ta. Toddy, 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 ta. Toddy, 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 toddy. Now, if I'm looking at this, I am remembering from last time that our notes that are groups of 3 that are all a step apart right here are going to be do, re, and mi. So I have do, re, and mi all the way through this first entire part. The only thing that is different is this note right here. And it is a skip below our do. Do you remember what that was? Our low la. So let's add that in. So let's see if I can get that a little bit more out of the way here. This time, we're going to see if we can say the solfege first. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, as you show our hand signs, ready and go. Do, do, do. Get the arrow moving again. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. Do, 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 me, me. Do, 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 me, do, 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 re, me, do, la, do. Let's try that one more time. Here we go. 1, lots of do's in here. 1, 2, ready, go. Do, 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 me, do, 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 me, do, 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 re, me, do, la, do. This time, be my echo. Do, me, do, me. Do, 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 me. Do, 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 me. Do, 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 me. Do, me, do, me. Do, re, mi. Mi, re, do. Do, re, do, re. Do, re, do, re, mi. Do, re, mi, do. Do, la, do. Mi, do, la. Mi, do, la. Mi, do, la, do. Let's see if we can read this first measure. Ready and go. Do, 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 me. Your turn, go. Measure 2 is kind of the same, except we have a toddy instead of a tire. Can you do the same thing but add that second do in? Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. Do, do, ready and go. Do, 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 me. Your turn. Ready and go. Can you put both those together? I bet you can. Ready and go. Do, 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 me. Do, 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 me. Now we have our next one. Do, 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 do. Oh, that looks, the very first 2 beats look like the first 2 in measure 2. Except you're here. Now we have to get some re's and do's in here. Here we go. Ready, listen. Do, 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 re. Your turn. Ready and go. Do, 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 re. Your turn. Ready, go. Do, 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 re. Now we're to our last measure. Mi, do, la, do. Your turn. Mi, ready, go. Mi, do, la, do. And you put measures 3 and 4 together. So remember, we're not going to stop after this re. We're going to go straight into that mi. Do, re, mi. All right, here we go. Starting at measure 3. Ready and go. Do, do, re, mi, do, la, do. Can you do the entire song? Here we go. Ready and go. Do, 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 mi, do, 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 mi, do, 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 re, mi, do, do, la, do. Can you do it without me this time? Ready and go. Very good. What if I took out the raise? Could you still do it? Let's see. Ready and go. What if I take out the me's? Ready and go. What if I take out all the do's? We're going to start on do. Ready and go. Do. What if I take out all of their signs? Can you do it? Let's see. We're going to go all the way back to the beginning. Here we go. Ready and go. Do. Excellent job reading that. Now, for this song, it has some words. It goes, Old Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my cabbage. But, so help me sing that. Ready and go. Old Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my cabbage. Can you help me out? We're going to jump in that garden. Here we go. Red, 2, 1, 2, ready and go. Oh, Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my cabbage. Now, practice that as many times as you need to. Now, for the actual game, though, we are going to change what vegetable. So, can you think of a vegetable? Let's see. We said cabbage. What else might be in our garden? Maybe some carrots, or lettuce, or radish, cucumbers. Since we're talking about a vegetable garden, would we have strawberries? No, because that's not a vegetable. That's a fruit. What about potatoes? Yeah, we'd have potatoes there. Tomatoes. We're classifying that as a fruit now. Let's see. So that wouldn't work either. Even though I bet that rabbit would be messing up those tomatoes too. Let's see. Spinach would be in there. So anything that you can think of that might be a vegetable, I want you to use this time. I'm going to leave out the word at the end. See if you can figure out where that happens on. Does it happen on the low la or the do right near the end? Where does it happen this time? Let's sing it with cabbage this time. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. Old Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my cabbage. If you were watching, we had it right here where that low la happened. Cabbage. So we might need to have carrots, lettuce, or radishes, radish, corn. It could be any vegetable you want, but you have to put it there. So I'm not going to sing when we get there. I want you to figure out what vegetable you're going to put. Here we go. 1, 2, ready and go. Old Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my... Did you get it? Let's try a different one in there. That's something different that you didn't use that time. Ready and go. Old Mr. Rabbit, you've got a mighty habit of jumping in my garden and eating all my... So keep playing that and figuring out what other vegetables you could put in there. Let's move to the next part of our lesson after you do that.
We're ready to learn the last part of our Amani Utupe song. Now, our third verse uses a word that we learned about whenever we were learning about George Frederick Handel, because he wrote a whole song based basically on this word, hallelujah. And that is the next verse, pretty much the only word that we really have to learn, because it goes, hallelujah, hallelujah, Amani Utupe na ustawi. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Amani Utupe na ustawi. Grant us peace. And then we do all the stuff we already know. There's a little part at the end that's different, but I'd like you to try that part with me and just see if you can do that last third verse. I told you it's really easy. It's like what we learned from George Frederick Handel. We're just putting it now into our African song. Okay, I know the melody's different, obviously, yes. I'm just talking about the word that we heard then when we listened to his hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Yeah, it's that word, just in a different song. So let's go back with the music and try the third verse, and then I will teach you that final little ending, almost like a coda, like we learned about in Sleigh Ride. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Amani Utupe na ustawi. Hallelujah, hallelujah, Amani Utupe na ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage, Amani Utupe na ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage, Amani Utupe na ustawi. All right, good job. So let's check out our last part. So after we sing, Amani Utupe na ustawi, we sing, grant us peace, give us courage. So no new words, but we use the melody from Amani Utupe na ustawi. We sing, grant us peace, give us courage during those notes, okay? So let's try that. Here we go. Grant us peace, give us courage. Great. So we've just sung Amani Utupe na ustawi, then grant us peace, give us courage. Great. And then we go back and we sing Amani Utupe again, but listen to how it changes. Amani Utupe na ustawi. Did you notice what happened there? We held out some of the notes of the words longer than normal, right? So listen again to how it goes. Amani Utupe na ustawi. And I'm showing you how we're going to hold sta, and then we go up 4 more, and then we come back down for we. So I'm counting out those beats because we have to hold those notes out longer than normal. Can you try that with me? Here we go. Amani Utupe na ustawi. And then, at the very end, we just go, Amani Utupe na ustawi. And it's short like that. Can you try that with me? Here we go. Amani Utupe na ustawi. Good, again, ready, go. Amani Utupe na ustawi. And that's That's it. Great, that's the ending, that's all of it. I told you we didn't have a lot of new words to learn or anything like that. Super simple. So, let's try the whole ending from the grant us peace, give us courage. Ready? Here we go. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Amani utupenda ustawi. Yeah, that's the ending. Good job. Okay, let's try the ending one more time, and then we're going to do the whole song from the beginning. Here we go. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Amani utupenda ustawi. Yeah, good job. Okay, here we go, back to the very beginning. See if you can sing the whole thing with me. As we travel down this weary road, Amani utupenda ustawi. We need help to carry on our load. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Road is rocky and the way is dark. Amani utupenda ustawi. Every road has a different fork. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Here's our new verse. Ready? Hallelujah, hallelujah. Amani utupenda ustawi. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Grant us peace, give us courage. Amani utupenda ustawi. Amani utupenda ustawi. Great job! Very good work singing through the whole song with me. Okay, if you've been working on the motions with Ms. Bretch, then you should try to do them while you sing. I'm going to go learn them, and the next time we sing the song, I'll see if I can figure out how to do the motions with you too. It's time for us to wrap up learning about Franz Liszt. So let's review just a few things before we maybe hear a few new things and then get to see one last video representation of one of his songs. So remember, Franz was born in what country? That's right, Hungary. He was born in Hungary. His father was an amateur musician who enjoyed playing music and encouraged his son's interest in music. By the time Franz was 9, he was really, really, really good at the piano. By 11, his parents had taken him to meet Beethoven, and what did Beethoven think? That's right, Beethoven thought he was amazing. He was really impressed by Liszt. And then Franz began taking composition lessons from respected teachers in Paris. Remember, he was a composer during the Romantic era, and Romantic didn't mean all lovey-dovey, but it meant music that emphasized feelings and emotion. It was very dramatic, and it showed that drama through changes in tempo or speed and dynamics, the volume of the music. He was a child prodigy because he was so good at such a young age. Remember, he was influenced by Niccolò Paganini, a very, very famous violinist who was one of the best violinists that ever lived. and that challenged Liszt to become just as good as he was on the piano. In order to show off his piano skills, he had to write his own music because there was nothing hard enough for him. So he wrote some of the most difficult piano music ever written. Here are some maybe fun facts that we didn't know. He was one of the greatest piano players who has ever lived. Almost all of the music that he composed was for piano. He did write some things for orchestra, but almost everything was for piano. This one's pretty cool. In his day, pianos weren't as strong as they are today, and he often broke strings whenever he was playing the piano. His audiences were even disappointed if he didn't break a string, and they had gone to see him at a concert. Liszt didn't want to share the stage with any other performers, so he developed the solo performance and basically started the term recital. He insisted on showing off by memorizing all of his music, which is still done today. Now we're going to check out a mashup between a song by Coldplay and Hungarian Rhapsody, a song by Liszt that we've already heard. You're going to hear a little explanation from the piano guys about the song, and then you'll get to see the line writer version of it. Hope you enjoy.
Something Just Like This, Hungarian Rhapsody, actually started when we were going to Budapest, and it was on our tour, and we thought, okay, if we could film there, what would we film? And Something Just Like This was a hot song at the time, and we all thought, well, what is the greatest Hungarian piece of classical music? And of course, it almost is cliche, Hungarian Rhapsody by Liszt, but I could not believe how well it just stacked itself right on top of that melody. And it just starts out with this hook. It's Liszt hook. It's a classical hook that it starts out with, and then blends right into the Something Just Like This. But then we used a new texture, which was Al's hummed vocals underneath the cello, which I thought was really cool. We ended in a way that was so Franz Liszt. It was this chromatic explosion, which starts with one note and works its way out in chromatic fashion, which means in half steps. So if you were on the piano, you'd start on a white key, and you'd hit every key outwards. It just explodes outward into this incredibly epic.
Click on the YouTube link below this video to check out Something Just Like Liszt.